Hatton chatting with the doctor there. In the last few rounds of this fight, Floyd Mayweather showed you everything he can do. The brilliant defense, boxing skills, the jab, not often seen, the great left hook, those flush right-hand counter punches, punching in combinations that he hasn't used in years. So just as Emmanuel Stewart suggested, Hatton's triumph tonight is that he forced Mayweather to elevate his game. Mayweather's triumph is that he could elevate it, and he could show you why he's the best fighter in the sport.
Very impressive performance, but I thought it would happen. He would either lose or he would look his best, and it came out that he showed his best performance tonight.
Seemingly off stride at some points in the early rounds, he found every answer
Here
down
you
the
see
stretch.
the check left hook. As he was coming in, he caught him with the left hook, but which he's been hitting with quite often tonight. That punch and the right-hand lead have been very consistent.
Hatton going head first into the ring post, which certainly didn't help.
Well, he didn't see it because his mind was all on offense. Plus, I think he was getting a little fatigued at that stage.
And then this is the end. Another flush left hook, a straight right hand, and before Mayweather could land another punch, Joe Cortez pulling Mayweather away as Hatton collapsed into the corner. Completely done. Two left hooks.
Very accurate punches.
He's a tremendously accurate puncher. Statistically, the most accurate in the sport. And you saw it again tonight. Never has it been more clear who's the world's #1 pound-for-pound fighter. Let's go to Michael Buffer for the official numbers on the knockout.
Ladies and gentlemen, here at the MGM Grand of Las Vegas, this contest comes to an end at 1 minute, 35 seconds of round number 10. The winner by knockout victory, and still, pound for pound, the best in the world, still welterweight world champion, Pretty Boy Floyd, a.k.a. Money Mayweather.
Ricky Hatton tastes defeat for the very first time. Floyd Mayweather remains unbeaten. Final CompuBox numbers, and Mayweather really rolled up the numbers in the last few rounds of the fight, so these statistics will look lopsided. He landed more than twice as many punches. He threw 43 fewer, so his plus-minus percentage is plus 22. 39% connected, 17% connected against. Jabs. Mayweather threw 72 of them. It's a high number for him. Landing 29, including 11 of 15 in the 9th round, the round before the knockout. Ricky Hatton, ineffective with the jab, 11 out of 63. Power shots, and most of Hatton's power shots were body punches inside or cuffing right hands inside, as he landed 52 out of 309, basically 1/6 of the punches he was throwing in power shots. And Mayweather, much more accurate, 100 out of 257. And in your mind's memory, as you remember how it looked, you feel like, well, gee, that number must be low. Mayweather seemed to be landing more than half. And let's go to Larry Merchant with the winner.
Thank you very much, Jim. Congratulations, Floyd. What was your strategy coming into the fight, knowing that it would be such a grueling, mauling beginning?
First of all, I want to thank God for this victory. I love all the fans that came over from the UK. I love all the American fans. It's truly been a blessing, to be in the sport of boxing. But I just took my time. I fought on the inside, I fought on the outside, and that was our game plan.
Did he make you uncomfortable at all? Because we've never seen you in that situation.
Well, a true champion can adapt to anything. A true champion can adapt to anything. But, I want to thank Team Mayweather, Mayweather Promotions, Golden Boy Promotions, Oscar De La Hoya, Richard Schaefer. They've done one hell of a job. And all the fans from the UK, I love you.
Is there anything he did or could do that surprised you at all?
I already knew coming into this fight That's why I didn't prepare halfway. I pushed myself to the limit. Ricky Hatton is one tough fighter. He's still a champion in my eyes, and I love to see him fight again.
Could you sense late in the fight, in the last couple of rounds, that he was weakening, that he wasn't coming at you with quite as hard?
Ricky Hatton is probably one of the toughest competitors that I ever faced. He kept coming. I hit him with some big shots, some big body shots, but he kept coming. And I see why they call him the Hitman.
Well, let's take a look at the knockdowns and the stoppage, and you describe what happened and how the drift of the fight was going.
Back, it's called the check hook. It's called the check hook. You learn that, you learn that shot from the old legendary trainers in Michigan. It's called the check hook. And he ran right into the shot, came straight ahead.
Did you know that he was unsteady and couldn't survive very much longer?
Well, I just want him to, I'm glad that my opponent, hopefully he fight another day. Well, he's one hell of a fighter, man. What else can I say? I just went out there and took care of business and done my job.
Did you think early on that the way he was coming and with his passion and determination that there would come a time in the fight where you could get this kind of ending?
Well, I wanted to show the fans that I still got it. That's why I went through hand therapy, to show them that I can still punch with power, and I still got those exciting fights in me left. Because I think a few fights ago I gave the fans a couple of dub fights, but I wanted to come back with spark and a lot of energy. So that's what we did tonight.
You said to us yesterday that you intended not to retire, as you once put it, but to take a long vacation, 9 months, a year. What is your feeling right now about the future?
Well, thanks to Al Heyman, Leonard Ellaby, Golden Boy Promotions, and just one hell of a team. What else can I say? They pushed me to the limit. They got me everything that I asked for. They got me two of the biggest fights in boxing history, and it's just truly a blessing. Now I need a vacation. I'm not trying to call out no welterweights. I've done what I had to do in the sport. I accomplished what I had to accomplish. Now it's time for me to become a promoter.
So are you saying you're not going to fight a Miguel Cotto, a young, up-and-coming, strong fighter that a lot of people would like to see you in with?
Miguel Cotto is one hell of a champion, along with the rest of the welterweights. Shane Mosley is one hell of a champion. All the guys at welterweight and 154, and they are big champions. But I once said before when I talked to my team, I won't let the sport of boxing retire me. I'll retire from the sport. And I had one more thing to accomplish. I always wanted to go over to the UK and fight. I always wanted to go to the UK and fight. So since I couldn't go to the UK, we brought the best from UK, which is Ricky the Hitman Hatton. He's right here. Talk to him, Ricky. Come on over.
Just this last thing,
come on over,
Floyd.
Ricky.
You want to go down as one of the best or the best fighters around. The best fighters have always taken on all the challenges out there. Like a Cotto or a Vernon Forrest or a Winky Wright, whoever is out there, so that you can do your thing.
I've done what I had to do in this sport. 6-time world champion, 5 different weight class, 20 championship fights. I fought the best from all over the world, from De La Hoya to Ricky Hatton, and the list goes on and on. I have nothing else to prove to the world. Like I said before, I'm not going to let boxing retire me. I'm going to retire from boxing, and Golden Boy Promotions and Mayweather Promotions are the future of boxing.
Thank you very much. Again, congratulations, Floyd. All right, Ricky. Ricky, it sounds like you haven't lost any of your friends or neighbors or fans tonight.
What a fluke that was. No, I thought I was doing all well. I think I was forcing it, but he's very good at making you miss and slipping and sliding. And I thought I was in the fight, but he had, he had a good round, and he was better inside than I thought. He could use his forehands to make room for the shots, and he got me.
Did you feel in the early stages of the fight that you were accomplishing what you wanted to do in making him work hard and being in his chest continually?
I think it was working, but I didn't quite stick to the game plan. I think I was a little bit too gun-ho, so to speak. I think I could have been a little bit more subtle in my approach, but he felt big and strong. I don't think he's the biggest welterweight I've seen, but I felt the difference, you know.
Did you feel that you were just fighting with more emotion than you anticipated?
No, it's just, you know, I knew what the tactics were. I knew what the tactics were to do. I think when we spoke this afternoon and all the guys and we were talking, I think what I was doing totally made sense, but I just wasn't quite good enough to apply it tonight.
When you almost knocked him down early, although it wasn't a big shot, he nearly went down. Did you feel, okay, this is going to go the way I think it should?
No, I expected him to, you know, be the fastest at the early stages of the fight and slow down, but he's very clever, you know, at nicking a breather and fiddling and farting about, you know, and using his arms and elbows to get out of the way. And that's what he did, and then he picked off a couple of shots, and that was that.
So that in the late rounds, when he started to stand his ground and throw some combinations at you, you seemed to be slowing up and giving him just the kind of chance that he seized at the very end. Is that accurate?
Yeah, I think so. I think I was forcing it, you know, and I was doing well, but I think should have been just a little touch more care. I mean, I think it sounds daft this, but he's knocked me out, but I don't think he's the hardest puncher I've fought, but he's very accurate and he makes the right room for his punches, and, you know, and he got me.
It's not easy from this position, but can you give us just a brief statement about what you think your future still is in boxing?
Well, you know, it's a lot easier at this position than on the position I was on my back. But I think, I know he's not the biggest welterweight in the world, but I think he's more natural at the weight than me. I think it showed at times, you know. He was cleverer than I expected inside. I think one or two little sneaky fouls with the forearms and the shoulders and able to make the room for himself. But as I keep saying, it's not a tickling contest, is it?
It's not, but will you be getting into some of these battles again?
Oh yeah, you know, you knock me down, I keep getting up, I keep coming back. Ricky Hatton's not finished. I think I was in the fight to a degree, you know.
Thank you very much, Ricky, for a good fight.
Sorry everybody, thank you.
Jim.